ray traveling to pole will be reflected, making same angle with the principal axis. So these two rays appear to be coming from somewhere over here, due to which whenever an object is between focus and pole of a concave mirror, a larger erect and virtual image is obtained. Therefore, in this case, for question number 13, A option is the correct answer. Question number 14. An object is placed 40 centimeters from a concave mirror of focal length 20 centimeters. Now, focal length is 20 centimeters. We know that radius of curvature is 2 times of focal length. This will be 40 centimeters. And whenever object is placed on center of curvature, as is the case in this question, that the object is placed at 20 centimeters. Therefore, object is placed at 40 centimeters. For object placed at center of curvature, image formed is also of same size but is inverted. It is real but inverted. So for question number 14, real, inverted and same in size. So A option is the correct answer. Question number 15. The reason for shining of an air bubble in water is. Now, let us say this is an air bubble which is present in water. Light is traveling. If we are looking at some light coming from the bubble, then there is a possibility that light traveling from water was going towards air present within the bubble. So light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. We know that when light is traveling from denser to rarer medium, there is a possibility of total internal reflection. That is why when this light gets reflected back, the bubble appears to be shining, because our eyes perceive as if the bubble is the source of this light. That is why bubble appears to be shining, because of total internal reflection. So for 15th question, D option is the correct answer. Question number 16. It is again based on total internal reflection. The question says a white light is going from here and green light is going parallel to the surface, which means that this angle of incidence is critical angle for green light, because it is only at critical angle that the angle of reflection becomes 90 degrees. Now in case of all the colors with cure, the frequency of red light is minimum and frequency of violet light is maximum. Frequency is inversely related to wavelength but directly related to refractive index. Mu is directly proportional to frequency. Therefore, if violet has maximum frequency, its refractive index will also be maximum. Therefore, refractive index of violet is more as compared to refractive index for red color. And for total internal reflection to take place, we know that mu equal to 1 upon sin C. For red color, mu is minimum. There is inverse proportionality. So C for red color, critical angle for red color will be more as compared to critical angle for violet color. Therefore, critical angle, what is happening? Critical angle is increasing as we move down from violet to red. In this case, now what is happening? Green light is getting reflected so that it travels parallel to the surface. In other words, all the three colors on the other side of green these three. What will happen to them? They will go out, but the other three will be reflected back. Therefore, the light that is going out will have colors yellow, orange and red. Not necessarily in this order, it will be in reverse. Red, orange and yellow. So your answer for this will be 16th question, A option. Next is question number 17. What will be the color of sky as seen from Earth if there was no atmosphere? Now we all know that the light coming from sun is white in color, but when it reaches towards Earth, the air molecules, air particles and dust particles present in the atmosphere, what do? Out of this white light, which consists of Vibgyor, these three colors, violet, indigo and blue, they are scattered by the particles. Green, yellow, orange and red reach towards us. These scattered colors, violet, indigo and blue, give us an illusion of sky being blue in color. But had this atmosphere not been present, as they are saying in the question, this entire light would have reached our eyes and we would have seen sky as it actually is, black. Therefore, in this case, the answer is A option. Okay, question number 18. The splitting of white light into several colors on passing through glass prism is due to. This is what we just discussed, that the refractive index of any given medium is different for different colors. So when white light is going towards a prism is going to deviate all these lights, all these colors. So angle of deviation is different due to refraction. That is why we observe dispersion of light. The basic phenomena is refraction. So for 18th question, again A option is the correct answer. Move on to question number 19. Convex lens has a focal length of 20 centimeters. It is used to form an image of an object placed 15 centimeters from the lens. That means object is placed between focus and the pole. So what will happen? We just now discussed that in such cases, when object is placed between the focus and the pole, the image formed is virtual, erect and magnified. Therefore, D option is the correct answer. Then question number 20. A virtual, erect and magnified image of an object is to be produced with a concave mirror of focal length 12 centimeters. This is reverse of the question number 19. Now they are saying virtual, erect and magnified image is required. Focal length is 12. So you should know that you have to place object which should be before 12 centimeters. So what should be the answer? A option, 10 centimeters. Because that is the only entry which is less than 12 centimeters. Then question number 21. A concave mirror has a focal length of 25 centimeters. At which of the following distance should a person hold his face from this concave mirror so that it may act as a shaving mirror? Now, for a shaving mirror, our requirement is that the mirror should show us an image which is erect. That is the first condition. And for a concave mirror to show an erect image, we have just now discussed that the object should be between focus and the mirror. If focal length is 25, we should position it less than 25. The only option is 20 centimeters. For 21st question, it will be B option. Question number 22nd. Where should an object be placed so that a real and inverted image of the same size is obtained by a convex lens? Remember, whether it is a convex lens or a concave mirror, as we just discussed in one of the previous questions. When the object is placed at center of curvature, the image is formed of same size. And in case of lens, especially convex lens, what do we say? Instead of center of curvature, we use the word 2f. Likewise, f and 2f. If object is placed at 2f, then the image is formed of same size and at a distance 2f. Therefore, your answer will be B option, twice the focal length. Question number 23. Which of the following lens would you prefer to use while reading small letters found in a dictionary? So you're looking at a dictionary by using a magnifying glass or a small convex lens. So what should happen? Now, let us say this is a small object which we have to see. What we will be doing, we will be putting a magnifying glass so that a magnified image is formed. For magnification, what will we require? A convex lens. But in this case, you have been given two options, convex lens of focal length 50 and convex lens of focal length 5 centimeters. If you are going to look at a dictionary, if focal length is 50 centimeters, you will have to place it at 50 centimeters, which will be a very odd situation for you. Therefore, we prefer that the focal length should be very small so that we can easily see this. Therefore, your answer should be C option, convex lens having focal length of just 5 centimeters. It can be 4, 5, 6, should have a small value. In question number 25, a convex lens has a focal length of 10 centimeters. Which of the following positions should an object be placed so that it acts as a magnifying glass? Just now we discussed, if it has to be a magnifying glass, then the object should be placed between focus and the lens. So if it is either 10 centimeters or less than 10 centimeters, the only option is 7 centimeters. So for 24, B option is the correct answer. Then for question number 25, which one of the following materials can be used to make a lens? If we are going to make a lens, the material has to be transparent. Water is transparent, glass can be transparent, plastic can be transparent, but clay cannot be transparent, so we cannot use it to make a lens. Therefore, D option for question number 25. Question number 26. A spherical mirror and a spherical lens each have a focal length of minus 15 centimeters. The mirror and lens are likely to be. Now, again, the kind of analytical questions which are asked in competitive exams like PMT and IIT. They are saying one is a lens and other is a mirror. Both have a focal length of minus 15 centimeters. So what do we say? That if the mirror is convex, then its focal length is positive. Therefore, the mirror has to be convex. In case of lens, if we want the focal length to be negative, then we should have a concave mirror, because in case of a concave mirror, focal length is on the same side. So the lens should be concave and the mirror should be convex. For 26, it is D option which is correct. Question number 27. The mirror which is used for side view in vehicles. The rear view mirror which we use for vehicles. See, what we need is, we require a mirror which shows us an erect image and a diminished image, so that a very big truck can be seen as a small image in the mirror. This is done only by convex mirror, which produces virtual, erect and diminished image. Therefore, for 27th question, C option is the correct answer. Question number 28. From the diagram given that PQ is a plane mirror, which is the normal ray? Normal is always perpendicular. So just by looking at the diagram, you can say BX is the normal ray. That means B option is correct. Question number 29. From the diagram given, what is the angle of incidence and theta? This is the normal. We have been given that this angle is 65 degrees. Now angle of incidence is always the angle between normal and incident ray. Since this is 90 degrees, so I will be equal to 90 minus 65, which is 25 degrees. So angle of incidence 25 hoga, and it is reflecting. If this is 25, this will also be 25 degrees, therefore this will be 65 degrees. So theta is 65 degrees. So in question number 29, A option is the correct answer. Question number 30. In lateral inversion, lateral means sideways, from side to side. When we look in a mirror, our right hand appears to be left and left appears to be right. This is known as lateral inversion. So D option is correct because right side of the object will be left side of the image. For 30th question, D option is correct. That is for this test. Thank you very much.